Next, let's queer up the road to Stonewall. Queer News Tonight honors Trailblazer Harvey Milk. Harvey Milk became famous in 1977 when he was the first openly gay man elected to public office in the state of California. His outspoken and outrageous demeanor when running for office caused many in the LGBTQ+ community of San Francisco to resist his campaign. He persisted, leading the public fight against anti-LGBTQ+ initiatives. He won a position as city supervisor during his 11 months in office. He sponsored a bill that banned discrimination in public accommodations, housing, and employment of the basis of sexual orientation. The bill passed by a vote of 11-1 and was signed into law by Mayor George Moscone. The vote against the bill was cast by Dan White. After clashes with Milk and other city supervisors over a drug rehabilitation center, White resigned on November 10, 1978. And on November 27th, he would go on to assassinate both Harvey Milk and Mayor Moscone. Even after the assassination, White had the support of San Francisco police and was acquitted of first-degree murder. This led to the White Night riots, where the city's LGBTQ+ community burned down City Hall and lit several police cars on fire. These events are often considered the start of the modern LGBTQ+ rights movement in the U.S., and this is why every year we celebrate Harvey Milk Day on his birthday, today, May 22nd. Learn more on the life of LGBTQ+ icon Harvey Milk and how important his mission is today for the Harvey Milk Foundation at milkfoundation.com. There's very few icons that stand out, and Harvey Milk is a great one. He's on the political side. There's a lot of people talking and yelling in the background, but when you're actually in it, making changes on the laws and the initiatives and things like that, it's more important to have those people.
And one of the first ones to do it, right? I mean, we're talking about the 70s here. I'm gonna out myself as the oldest one on the screen right now.
That was obvious.
I was.
This tablecloth is blue.
But so I was born in the 70s, right? I don't remember this, but I was born. So we need to tell these stories so that we remember these stories. And, you know, obviously that's part of our mission here at Happening Out, is to tell our stories so that we remember our stories. And without being able to tell the story of Harvey Milk and how important he was and what happened in the 70s, that means that we're going to be in a better position to not repeat those problems, even though sometimes it seems like we are.
Yeah. You know, so I was at Diversity Honors a couple of months back, and, you know, the Harvey Milk Foundation and Stuart Milk are, you know, a huge proponent of that. And so I was able to interview Stuart for a couple of minutes, and I asked him, you know, I said, you know, well, what do you think that your uncle would think about all the strides that he's missed out on, because he fought for these strides to happen, right? And so what he told me, he said, Faye, he did see all those open and out people living an authentic life, and he did see all those cities, states, and nations that would etch equality into their laws. For he would not have given his life without seeing and visualizing that dream of that day happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
People don't even talk like that anymore, right? I mean, it's like, wow, you know, this man was fighting for our rights, gave his freaking life for the rights that we have today.
Yeah.
And Sean Penn did a great job playing him.
Oh, Lord.
For those of my generation, we have to learn about Harvey Milk through media, through books, through movies. And I appreciate films like Milk that taught us so much about who this man was. We shan't get sick of learning about people of our past, because they really paved the way for our future.
Yeah.
So if you're young, please make it a point to learn a little bit of something about from the way back when, even if it's on TikTok.
Well, not that way back.
It was a while back. You didn't have color people. But yeah.
Is that a white joke?
Colored people.
I mean, it was a white man that killed this guy. So like,
Isn't that when America was great?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh.
Allegedly, right? Somebody send that to Trump.